Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey. I can hear you, Vic. I can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you guys. Sorry, I'm just out here fucking around. My bad.
No problem. And this is Baked
If
Bacon.
it
This is
doesn't
Dave,
look cool
everybody.
enough, I gotta fix it. Okay, so it's sort of cool now, right?
I mean, you have the
back up.
coolest background of the three of us. Look at that
No,
studio.
right?
What's going on, guys?
I found. I'm gonna tell you guys. Here's the hack, right? Like you know how you plug. So you got your Mac, right? If all your shit's updated, and this is yes, Vic. I'm gonna do some nerdy tech shit, so don't laugh at me. On your Macs, there's this thing called desktop view, and typically it's for like you can turn your phone when you plug it in. You can turn it into like showing stuff that you're doing like on the desktop, but what you can do instead of actually turning that view on so the camera on your phone is kind of showing down, you just turn it on and then you just leave it, so when you enter a meeting it gets all of this because like the cameras on here are all wide angle like that. It's kind of sick.
Well, we're
So-
actually streaming live from YouTube right now, so that's why ours might look a little blurry because my computer's handling a lot. The chat is saying, Vic Spencer, what's good? They're excited to have you guys on. Thank you so much for doing this, Bucky and Vic.
Yes, sir.
You.
Yes, sir. Yeah, appreciate it. It's the Sam Buck, man. Man, I'm good, man.
The last
This is
time
the
I saw
lab.
you was it the Griselda show in Chicago?
Yes, sir. Healed have eyes. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well-
That was a time.
I didn't get to play it on the live stream, but I watched the video you guys did off that new project, and it's fucking insane.
Oh yeah, Vic, I shared it with him. Just FYI.
Nice. Nice. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. See, yeah, nice. Amazing.
So how
Yeah,
did you guys
man, we
first
got
link
one.
up? Are you guys in the same city right now, or?
No, Twitter, I think actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, just Twitter. Just hit him
Yeah,
up.
Twitter it'll hit me up, you know what I'm saying? Then he happened to be working on some work with Daniel's son out here and killed two birds in one stone, and he just been cooking ever since then.
Yep. You bet.
I've heard a lot of rappers say they've met their producers on Instagram. I'm not gonna lie, you guys are the first to ever say Twitter.
I've met a lot
No
of
one
people
has
on Twitter.
ever met on
Yes, same
Twitter
here.
before.
Yeah, a lot of people, a lot of collaborators that I collaborate with now is from Twitter for sure. Yeah.
Do you call it Twitter? You guys don't call it X.
Fuck no. Fuck that Elon.
Nah, man, yeah, man.
Guy.
I had Twitter since 2008, man. Why would I call it X?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it is kind of like if you drive a Tesla right now, you're kind of fucked. I hope I feel bad if either of you drive Teslas.
No, but I do have an electric. I have an electric vehicle. Vic's smoked it out. quite a few times.
Yeah. I like blessing new cars in. Bucky Luger
Oh,
got
yeah.
a nice new electric truck. Yeah.
I got an electric truck. Last year when we were shooting videos around the same time, I think I had just gotten that truck. So that was you definitely like christened it with the blunts.
Do you have a
What
Rivian?
do you guys got there, huh? What
Do you have a
guys got there?
Rivian?
No, I got a Ford Lightning.
Oh, cool. We're smoking
can't-
we're smoking on some baked baker pack right now. What are we smoking on?
We mixed that one up. That was the Mandango and the G41.
Bro, isn't Mandango the craziest, worst weed strain you've ever heard?
Yeah, I've just been calling it the GMO
Oh,
cross,
man,
like
well,
straight
yeah,
up.
I probably would've-
I tell everybody GMO cross.
Is it Mandango or is it Mandanko?
Good question.
It should be Mandango because
From now on, I think it's Mandanko. Like, I
That was
think
a
that's
weed
just how I'm
guy
going to
joke.
pronounce it regardless.
That's
I can't
definitely
be
would
like, yo,
bad.
I'm having a Mandango party at my house, and I'm talking about smoking my fucking joint.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, yo. Yeah.
Wait, so you guys met just randomly on Twitter? How long? When's the project drop? Can you give details on it? Like, when's it drop in, name, all that stuff?
Yeah, it drops June 1st officially on streaming platforms. We've kind of leaked out a little bit here and there, although I got a slap on the wrist for too much leaking. Too early.
From
By
who?
Vic. From Vic.
Oh.
Vic was like, whoa, whoa, what are you doing? Like, all right,
No, no,
okay.
no. I say it's time now. Now is probably time to,
Yeah.
you're gonna see a lot more of on the promo side of the album. But yeah, Interstate Potluck, June 1st, man. We've been working with this project for like 2 years now, just fine tuning it, making sure it stays a classic. I like working ahead of time. I always work ahead of time. So when albums come out like like come out later on after I done it years ago, it just, what I'm saying, reminds me of how good the work is. It's excellent work.
Oh
Bucky, do
man.
you work that same way?
I mean, not by choice, just by like procrastination. Yeah. I mean, I'm always like from from his like standpoint or from his like um he's always what like 5, 6 in the shoot at any given time, according to what he's told me and what I've heard. And the projects that I'm working on are always just, I don't know, they're just scattered, they're everywhere. I'm just trying to like get people to do stuff and then get it, and then if it comes together as an album, that's great, but it's pretty difficult to nail people down unless you're actually in the studio with them, I think. Um, so it's hard to do that, I think.
That's why I love the stand up and live streaming now, like the podcast. People can watch it live because I hate waiting. Like waiting is my so for to hear that you can have that type of mindset to look that far in the future is really it's cool and it's something very different than how I feel.
I'm not sure if it's on purpose though. It's like a
Might be by
practicality
fault.
matter, right? Like we could go live with everything and stream the shit whenever, but in the actual vein of how much there is to consume at this point, it's hard to just like continuously pump stuff out, because if you do, it gets kind of like left in a wash, right? It's just like washed out. And if you try to release something classic, I feel like there's a good effort at it, but does it really end up being like that? That's the real question, right? How do you determine that, and how do you determine whether or not what you've got should go out now or should it sustain for a little longer? I mean, I'm sitting on stuff that's been, man, I could drop all kinds. I'm sure Vic can too, drop all kinds of names of stuff I'm sitting on that just hasn't found the right time to release it. Whether or not it's
Yeah.
procrastinating or just, you know, money or whatever. And it costs money to release this shit too, so it's like, man, I'm fucking broke right now. I
Yeah,
don't know about you guys, but
the brokest rapper for sure.
it's
Nah,
producer
bro,
right here.
arts are in the trash right now. Are you kidding me? Arts is like
Man,
this ain't the PPP era.
no, this is not.
Yeah,
It's a struggle.
absolutely
Just
not.
scratching to try to get like a tenth of a cent off of a Spotify stream or 1,000 Spotify streams, which is just a joke. It's just kind of like, what are we doing here?
But Vic, you put out a lot of music, but you also are working so far in advance. So how do you feel about that sentiment?
Man, it's like with me, it's slow motion for me. I haven't dropped anything this year because of that. You know what I'm saying? Like this is my first project this year. I'm probably like maybe 2 or 3 projects in at this time on a normal basis. But times is changing, and I want to change not because of that, but I also want to change to see like what does it look like if I don't drop a lot of albums in one year. Like I've dropped 4 or 5 albums in one year for the past 5 or 6 years. So I want to see what it looked like, doing like maybe 2 albums or maybe 3 albums a year. I'll probably drop 2 albums this year. You never know. It depends on the time, and it's always about timing too as well.
I mean,
When
shit, I
did
just
that
gave you another
when
beat
what
tape.
what has been like the difference in this half year of not releasing music?
That's a great question.
Mm. For me, I just say I not I haven't been to the studio a lot. You know what I'm saying? I'm normally in the studio weekly. I ain't like so that's changed. Uh I've noticed that I also have a lot writing done before I go record because ultimately I'm not going to the studio. So what am I doing? I'm constantly writing. So now when I normally go to the studio with just beats, now I'm going to come into the studio with both. Whenever I do come. So those are some of the different things that's without dropping nothing all year. That's some of the extra curriculum that I done picked up. Just fine tuning and seeing what it looked like if I go this route. Now, if it don't do much, then I'm gonna go back to gorilla mode, drop whatever I feel like. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you
But
feel like you put a lot of pressure on this project now, man.
yeah, I mean, I don't feel like it is because we've been sitting on the project, we've been fine tuning the project, we've been like, a lot of post production that took place, and it's I still feel like when you do that, like I feel like the hardest part is getting the production. That's why I always go for that first. I always get the production first, and then attack. I feel like recording is the easiest part, and then the hardest part the one of the second to the hardest part is actually the post production and finding out this the sequencing and I don't come up with the title until I sequence the album. So all of that whole transition is it could get difficult, but all of that is added on to the work and the contribution to this project. So I don't look at it. I look at it different. I look at it like, man, this is all work and we build it up to this point. I was just happy that we put a early pep in the step. So when it's time to release, it's not really much to do, really. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I don't feel pressure at all. So now it's like, here we go. You know what I'm saying? Another big expensive Bucky Luger album. Here we go.
Yeah.
You know what
I
I'm
mean, we're already in the talk, so I mean, shit.
Do you feel the heat now,
Me?
Bucky? Yeah.
I mean, I feel the heat only from a fact that like I feel like we got to move some product, so to speak, right? Like so.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure, for sure. That's the
We
next
guys,
that's the next phase.
yeah, I feel like we need to like make some money. That's number one. Number two would be like actually um, running some numbers up, which it just seems like that's where I was kind of going. Where everything is just a wash. It's like you start pushing a project, and then the next thing you know, the next project is already on top of you, and it's like, all right, well, what do we do here? And it's like, so how do you get your streaming numbers like realistically up without having to pay for promotion, and how do you generate those organic listeners like consistently and get new ones? That's the real question. And I think Sam's onto something, is the live stream part of it. So you said you're live streaming like your actual comedy sets?
I have done that before. Like when I for comedy, like I headlined a set in Pittsburgh and I recorded that and then put it on the live stream. But like we've been going for like 3 hours already today. People have been watching. We've been listening to music, and then we did this. And I'll take this clip and I'll put it out as a podcast episode.
Sure. Yeah.
But I just think people really like in the chat. Look, damn, Vic is an amazing artist. Ask Bucky, is his name a play on Lucky Bugger? Is your name a play on
Lucky Bugger? What?
Yeah.
I've never even heard. What does that even mean?
What is that?
I don't know what that
Is that
is, but
somebody from
82
the
DC asked
Isn't
that.
that Lucky Bugger?
That's crazy.
I'm from Madison, Wisconsin, right? So like
That's
Bucky.
so. Yeah,
Bucky.
my last name is Buck. People
Yeah.
think that's fake.
Really?
And then
What a
Nick-
coinky dink, Sam Buck and Bucky Luger.
Nick Flanagan says, "Damn, I got my son the same Giannis jersey."
Oh yeah, yep.
But no, I like the live stream because I think people like want to interact with the people they enjoy. Like I know you guys are busy as people, but I think your fans want to talk to you and ask you questions, and that will make them more like. I get a lot more
Organic.
listens on my podcast now because I do these live streams, because there's people watching every day, and I appreciate every single person who watches every day. But I feel like artists can grow that way when they do interact with their fans, because there's so many artists that just kind of seem higher than thou now. They seem like I'm above the regulars. And that's not true. We're in America in 2025. Everyone's an artist. Everybody's the same. So it's really about like how nice of a person are you? How good can your music be? And can people really connect with you on like a personal level?
Huh. That's a really great take.
Energy.
Yeah, absolutely. I like it.
That's a really
That's
great
what I'm talking
take.
about.
Like, the idea of like just sitting down for the day and going through that whole live stream, you know, allowing people to interact while you're actually doing your work. That's really interesting. I like that.
I just put the roach down, and he's like, "Bro, there's way too much left on that shit."
I'm like, how did he not pass that to me? I'm like, what the fuck just happened? Like, that's the look I gave you. I'm like, what the fuck was that? Like, what the fuck?
I'm waiting on the weed, man. So if I walk away from the camera, that's why I went.
But like even now, like if you smoke, we're smoking. It's like, damn, I get to smoke with my favorite artist. Like Jacob Alamo says, damn, June 1st is my B-day. They say facts spoken there. It's like, damn, they're kind of like in a conversation with us. You know what I mean? If they
happy birthday, June 1st, man. It's a great day to have your birthday. If it's a great day to release too.
And I do want to say, to get on back to the music thing, your project with RJ Payne, the They Live one. I have my boy gave me a They Live original t-shirt, and I wore the shit out of it before I ever saw the movie. And then I saw the movie one
Wait,
day.
how old were you? Was this like recently or what?
This was probably like, I don't know, 5-6 years ago.
Okay.
And then I finally saw the movie, and I was like, this is pretty sick. And then I heard your album, and I was like, damn, bro, that's a crazy
that's super dope. Yeah. That shit turned out real nice. That was real conceptual too. Like the driving concept is really it's something fun to chase because you can really I like to cinematically like lace my stuff with like dumb movie references and pop culture and stuff like that at times, not all the time. And I released that beat tape a little while ago too. I don't even remember when that was. I think I just randomly let that out. That one was called Sandwich, and that one was like all completely like geared around ordering from the deli and scenes from like The Sopranos and The Wire where they're talking about sandwiches and ordering sandwiches. That's literally all. It's literally all. It's super dumb. But my younger brother did like the artwork for that too, which is pretty tight. He made the back of it look like a menu, you know, for like a Italian restaurant or something, or a sandwich shop.
That's sick. Is there a concept for, you said potluck?
Interstate Potluck.
Interstate Potluck. Is there a concept for it?
There isn't a concept per se like that, but Vic can probably speak a little more to the name, I think.
Yeah, it's just like some, Milwaukee, like Wisconsin and Chicago is not far from each other. Like, it's like one of them short, long trips, might I say? You know what I'm saying?
It's like an hour and a half, from Madison, hour and a half from Milwaukee. So Chicago it's easy to get.
Yeah, it's like one of those. Yeah, it's like I was just trying to play along with like, just taking cruises and the music that can fit with that. And man, Interstate Potluck, man. You never know what you run across, you know what I'm saying, when you're on the road. You know what I mean? So, it's one of those, expect the unexpected, and that's why I wanted to call it that. Like, it's like you expect the unexpected, because I feel like a lot of people try to tie me in the knot with like drumless, all of that, but I always try to think of ways to make people get me out of the box. I think out of the box all the time. So this album is a prime example of that. A lot of these beats, a lot of these beats on this album, you normally wouldn't even hear me on because of I guess how people come up with that narrative. But this is like, I prove them wrong. Yeah, I prove them wrong on this. I feel like this is like if people enjoy me and 38 Special album, they're gonna enjoy this album. That's what I feel like.
I love that album. I love that album.
Yeah. So that's why I feel like this is right up that alley. Like, you know what I'm saying? Sonically, you know what I'm saying? Put me to it really challenged me. You know what I'm saying, to come up with some of the stuff that's on this album, and to the 38 Special, because we recorded that in the flesh with each other, so it was like I had a point to prove right there. But also these beats I normally wouldn't rap on because I mean, I don't know why I wouldn't rap on them because these beats is pretty good. These beats is something that be like, oh, I'm glad I hear Vic Spencer on these kind of beats. So that's what
What
I
made
was
you
saying
want to
about this
send
album.
him different ass type of beats?
Me?
Yeah.
Are you talking to me?
Yes.
Well,
You're the one who sent him. I don't think he produced for him.
Me, you trying to be humble and shit.
Sorry. I'm a little
That was
stoned
awesome.
out.
That.
Okay, so
What are you
well,
smoking
he was
on?
he was really explaining it well. It was very I mean, these are the beats that I just make, right? So like, I try different stuff, but I think that the sound that I have, I mean, I like to just knock the drums a lot more. So maybe that's just kind of like how it comes out. I don't know how much you guys have listened to. How much have you guys listened to? Did you hear any of it yet? Just that song that I sent?
I've
'Cause I
listened
think
to some of it. He hasn't, but if I can play some of it or at least the video afterwards, I'll play it.
Oh shit, the video. Oh my god. Whoa. Yeah. If I'm comfortable with that.
Which video?
Well, they only have the one. I only sent them the one we did from Sunday.
Oh, okay. The Rome of June off show.
Yeah, the Room of June. Yeah, that's dude. That video turned out pretty slick. I'd like to see
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Bucky's pretty excited about this video. He got
Because like, yeah, I don't know.
Bro, I don't
Here
think
with
you
the GoPro.
understand how long I've been listening to your music. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, it's been a long time. I've been listening to you. Let me see if I can find when did you hear Bucky? When did you hear Vic for the first time? I'm gonna look what the first project I have on.
That's
streaming.
a really like hard question for me to. I can tell you the one that made my ear go like, oh shit, I need to get in contact with this dude, and it was the one you did with Mill Beats.
Oh shit.
That
Yeah.
shit was knocking.
Brainstem Factory.
Yes, dude, and the artwork on that one's so tight. Like it's really unique the way like the profile with like the stuff that comes out. The whole thing
Yeah.
flowed really well, and like those beats had a lot of drums in them. I don't know
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Where do you hear this narrative and like all that old shit you're bumping in your garage on Saturday? Like
That's the whole. They put anything that isn't like younger kid. They put under the Griselda bubble. You know what I mean? Like,
this is Chop Shop and Old Fart Luggage. Old Fart Luggage records for this.
Yeah. I've been feeling like you know what I'm saying. I got stuff in the repertoire. I gotta lean more on it. You know what I'm
He
saying?
did a whole album
Spencer
with,
for Hire. I heard a Ghost of Living,
for Hire.
and then Spencer for
Okay.
Hire was my favorite. I used to listen to that. I mean, I still do, but like when
What
that
year is
first
that?
dropped, that shit was incredible.
2017, 26.
Yeah. Uh huh.
Oh, God.
That's
Okay,
almost
so
10 years.
Can I say something here, Vic? Just from being in the garage at your house, right? And like, so he's got this stack. He's got this stack. I'll put some B-roll footage up of this because I took some B-roll of this. But he's got this stack, in his garage, and it's like this old ass Is it a Bose or is it like an old knockoff iTunes? It's like an old iPod.
Nah,
right?
it's Bose. Yeah,
Okay, so it's a Bose dock with like a 30-pin iPod, and I hope you have all those backed up. We talked about this, right?
Yeah.
So like it's sitting on top of the stereo, which is sitting on top of the speakers. And so like every time I've gone over to your house, like you're always knocking something off of this iPod or even in the tape deck. Like
Yeah.
literally pulls out the old tapes, and I don't know what year some of these are from, and like puts those in and like listens to them. And these are I mean old. Like you said 2014, 2016 from the weekend, right?
Yeah, I had tapes dated all the way from 95 to 2006. And then I got garage band sessions where I was recording on garage band and using the mic on the choppy mic on the first MacBook. I got maybe 200 sessions of those. So you heard like a mixture of both. And then some of the stuff I was in the studio professionally when I was 18, but I still found myself recording on the choppy garage band and also doing cassette tapes still, because it was just like, I'm high, let me go ahead and see if I can one take a tape
That's how it
or
should be.
one take garage band, you know what I'm saying? So I stayed sharp during them times.
You should live stream some of that shit.
You should.
Yeah.
I actually,
Yeah.
when I go back, I was from the era, because I'm 27, so I was in the era of illegal downloading. So what I would do is and I want to hear what you guys feel about this. I would go on Pirate Bay, and I would download, people would have stolen everybody's files. So I would have like unreleased files from like every artist I loved, from like, they would be able to get whatever, like they don't have it now, but it's like they'd get your shit and I'd be listening to it, and that made me a super fan of so many artists. But what I was doing would piss those artists off completely.
But why though? Like, I mean, and what artists, like if you somehow got a hold of one of my songs that's not released and you were just playing it to yourself, or even like playing it on a live stream, like outside of the curiosity to how you got it, and being more upset about that, how you got it, not that you got it, and you're playing it like, who gives a shit? Like I said, nobody's getting paid for streams, until we can figure
Be right
out,
back, y'all.
until we can that was the quickest jump up.
Did you just see the
Zach.
smile
Like,
on his
boom.
face?
Yeah.
The smile on his face and the quickness he just moved.
With the quickness.
That was.
But so like the idea,
My turn.
the idea that like you're upset that someone's like listening to your music and that they got it for free, like the kind of Metallica style, so like I'm more from the Napster era, like Pirate Bay, like you talk about it like it's it's some distant thing, but it's still a thing. It's not as like prevalent, but it's still a thing. And the idea that like if we could get on a live stream and we could somehow like monetize the plays from something like this, versus having to worry about like radio play and spins and Spotify streams and all this shit, like it would make more sense like going forward from kind of what you're saying, especially generationally speaking.
I mean, if we want to go into like the weeds of it, which I do think people should hear about, like,
Yes.
I
Absolutely.
think
Let's get in the weeds.
I
Let's
think
get in the
like
weed and then get in the weeds.
I think like yeah,
On some right now.
exactly. I think yeah, if people are gonna spend money on you, they want to trust you. I just feel like every artist is so untrustworthy. You hear rappers have the same verse on 5-6 songs. You hear certain shit that just makes you like. So if someone can truly feel connected to the person, then I feel like they're more willing to give money to him in a way that is support, because it's like I support artists. I'm going to a comedian tonight that I love. I go to the movies 2-3 times a week, like to support the movies, like on some real shit. Like I spend money on T-shirts of artists that I like to give money, but it's like those are only people I have I feel like I trust. You know what I mean? But I feel like a lot of, especially in music, people feels untrustworthy because they're rapping about and making music about untrustworthy shit, which is cool. But then they really do be scamming their fans.
See, and I guess I don't follow the scam part outside of the idea that putting out a verse and then like basically selling it, to like these guys that are selling those verses, and then having everybody I've got a couple of those, and it's kind of tight to be able to like, mix a bigger artist that you probably wouldn't have a budget for like, a specific amount of money that's a lot less, even if other people are doing it. And that's essentially mixtaping, right? Like, so you got a verse released and it's a mixtape verse. This is what it is. Let's be real. And maybe that's what they should call it, so it wouldn't be so untrustworthy. But how often do you really come across like
Makes more sense.
like an actual track that you've heard, the verse multiple times on artists past maybe 2015 that aren't like real classic artists, that are like really not low key but like mid key underground artists?
Wait, ask that one more time. I got excited that Vic got the weed.
Yeah, Vic.
I got
Vic's over here
excited.
with this-
I
with
was
the pearly
saying that your
whites on, just
smile
like,
and the
oh,
weed
man.
was. I just zoned out. Ask it again.
So I guess my question is like, how often are you hearing those like doubled up verses on like really consistent streaming artists?
I guess not as much, but I'm not really talking about that.
Okay.
In a way where it's like I don't really care about that. I just think
I guess I don't understand what you mean by untrustworthy. Like what is an artist
for
we have
fun?
to do?
That you're doing it for fun. When I listen to Vic, I know he's rapping because he wants to.
Sure.
Right?
Okay.
Am I right or wrong about that?
Absolutely. Yeah, no, absolutely.
A lot of
Absolutely.
dudes, especially when they get big, and not all, but a lot, people are always like, why does the music start sucking when they get popular? It's because they don't care. Like, I liked back in the day when rappers would, like, those Wayne mixtapes where they're rapping over, like, he's just rapping over whatever beats are popular. Because you can tell he's just having fun. He just wants to practice the art of making music. Like... But really now, no one's really doing that unless the people are making crazy videos. And some people are blowing up like that. Like the Mexican OT. Like, I don't really listen to his music or that type of music. But I can tell he's having fun. I can tell he's loving what he's doing. And even if I don't listen to his music, I am a fan of him. And when he comes to the town, I might buy a ticket just to see a dude live his dream. You know what I mean?
So... would you say that you would be more engaged with artists if they were pumping out more of that organic stuff, like more freestyles, over beats? Man, look at that fucking thing. Holy shit, dude. What the fuck? Look at that. Show us your fucking show us your rig
about
there.
this?
Yeah,
That's a fucking brat right there.
This
Vic.
is Baked Baker. This is the
I
guy.
know. That's a fucking brat, bro.
This is the guy.
Well, you just roll up a big bag of those.
No.
All right.
Bro, roll up a big bag of those.
And before we get
up a
into
big
any more, I just want to shout out
USSR cannon.
I want to shout out Pepper Dongs in the chat. Said June 2nd is his birthday. Weebay loved them beef sandwiches.
Weebay does love the beef sandwiches, the hot beef sandwiches, the pit beef.
They said They Live is a top 5 Carpenter film.
Hell yeah.
Damn,
The
Baked
thing,
Baker
They
shaved
Live.
his beard. Shout out Cameron Bahani.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
gone,
If you want to
man.
know a dope artist to work with that's on the
Yeah,
come up, Cameron Bahani.
Facts.
He works.
Okay.
He's signed to Pro Dillinger's Dirt House, but he's
Okay.
like
Shout out Pro
truly
Dillinger.
like the next big thing. So
My
shout
boy
out
Pro
Cameron
Dillinger.
Bahani. Observe is fire. Eric from Salem says. Eric from Salem says
Wait.
the psychological cheat sheet series is my favorite.
Wait, is
Fire,
he saying,
yeah.
is he saying
I got something
observe
fun
like
coming with
observe
Pro, bro.
96?
I
Since
think yeah.
98?
I think it's Zerv 98. Yeah.
Observe 98. Yeah.
Observe since 98 and I went to high school together. That shit's
That's
crazy.
crazy.
Wow.
Right? We
Yeah,
live in the
Jacob
same
Alamo
town,
asked,
bro.
do either of you know Observe since 98? He's from Wisconsin, too.
Who's that? Yeah. I literally went to high school with him. Like
you
literally
ever make
graduated
music
in the same
together?
high school class. Say again?
Did you ever work together?
Yeah, we did way back in the day under different pseudonyms. Like more like what Vic was talking about, like fucking 2000, 2001, 2002. He went by a different name, but it was still Observe. I went by a different name back then. I was DJing a lot more, but that's when we used to freestyle all the time. We would take the 4-track at the 446. We called it the 446. Because that's what the address was, obviously. And we would take the 4-track and we plug everything into the 4-track, and we'd have the mics, and we just like I'd spin records, or DJs would come through and spin records in this room in this house we had, and people would freestyle to it. You know, we do it for a couple hours, we get wasted, and then we go to the bar.
They talk about that was really big in Detroit. The freestyling in Detroit was really big. Was it the same where you were in Chicago, like having the big meetups?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like we would, like a lot of people that was around me, we would either meet up at like this club called Divine in Wicker Park, and then we would also go, like just be in front of Harold Washington College where I graduated from, like in between classes, like it'd be somebody with a book bag with the speakers attached to it, always playing some beats because he knew that we would be outside freestyling. And that's how I met a lot of my peers to this day is just being in ciphers and it was never like a scheduled meetup. It was always some spontaneous shit. And that's how you meet people. I come through with the bars and then boom, boom, boom. We communicate, boom, 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 smoke weed, boom, boom, boom. Yeah. So meetups turned into good relationships and shit. It wasn't just about the rapping and shit.
Yeah, back
Peace
then,
and
though.
salute, stay high 179. Yeah, they were talking about. I want to hear Vic over some Observe beats. They said in the chat. They said no Sean
Who says that?
Scamps.
What's the person's name?
Jacob Alamo.
Jacob Alamo. Okay.
He actually raps under the name Il Java. He sends music in. It's dope.
Il Java.
Yeah,
Vic. If you ever want to get linked up with Observe, just let me know.
For sure.
No Sean Scamps, my shit. Stay high.
Notion?
Yeah. No Sean Scamps. Yeah.
Whoa.
That's what I'm talking about. No Sean Scamps.
I don't even. You're gonna have to like expand on that.
What? No Sean Scamps?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's a playoff Sean Kemp name, and I called it. That's what I call like fat blunts.
Are you serious?
You know what I'm saying? No Sean Skimps. So Skimps come from
So
little ass blunts.
So this is news to me. I had no idea about the Sean Scamps, right? Okay.
Right.
And so the whole time in that one video shoot from last year when I'm wearing the Sean Kemp jersey, you didn't mention any of that?
Nope. Because you gotta keep. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Now, if you was rolling up a little ass blunt, I would have said something. How you going? You know what I'm saying?
Well, maybe I rolled a blunt.
I got an album.
Well, that's meta as fuck. That's meta as fuck, though.
Yeah, I would have started coming up with mad shit if you was rolling up a little blunt. Then I would have said something like, "Oh shit."
That would have been great B-roll. That would have been great B-roll. Sorry, we missed that. But I still got those jerseys, so we're good. We're good.
That's too funny.
That is
definitely have all these jerseys.
So we're referencing a video that we have that I think I put just a couple of clips up on IG or something from Interstate Potluck. It's called Chuck Norris Weed Stash, and that's the video was shot by I'm sorry, I don't know Face's production company.
Flight School.
Norris Weed Stash.
Yeah,
Chuck Norris Weed Stash.
That like just gave me so many different like visuals. Like that's a crazy title.
Vic,
yeah, I have a lot of those. You can go search up Vic Spencer and then Weed Stash. You'll come up with at least 9-10 songs that's on like various albums. Neil Long's Weed Stash, Barry White's Weed Stash, Jill Scott's Weed Stash.
I think we need some modern
Ozzy
Vic
Osbourne
Spencer
Weed Stash, I think.
Weed stashes. Can you give us some new weed stashes right here and now?
I got a Santa Claus Weed Stash.
How about I send you a pack and we make the Baker Weed Stash?
Love it. Yeah, man, send me some of that weed. Yeah, that'd be amazing. We could do.
So
we
Sam,
could do one of those.
I got you. I know a guy.
Access? Do you guys have access to the album right now? Can you play it? Can we sanction a playing of Chuck Norris Weed Stash right now?
Yeah,
not the video,
absolutely.
just the track. Yeah.
Yeah, if you email it to me, yeah, that works.
Okay, yeah, hang on, yeah. Let me
yeah, Chuck Norris Weed Stash is a good joint. It's a banger. Like it was one of those joints that if I can say something about it while Bucky sends it, we were fairly done with the project, and it was a beat that Bucky always sends me beats whether we're done or not. I think he had sent this later on after we were fake done, and man, it was raw as hell. So I went and did it, but then it was one part of the beat. I was like, man, you gotta loop this shit up right here. This shit right here is gonna be effective. And I don't know. Bucky was like, he was on the fence. He's like, man, I don't know. And then I went and did that shit. He's like, oh yeah. You know what I'm saying? I changed it.
But you and Doc did that shit. That was you guys. I didn't have anything to do. I just gave actually. So I think that a lot of it, a lot of the production, the post production, like you're talking about, would you consider that post or pre? Not sure.
I would say post production.
Okay,
Well, like
so
what? Putting the beat together?
well, you guys did that with a bunch of them, right? So you
Yeah.
went, you probably half of them, they maybe even all of them, they remixed them sort of. I would say
Yeah.
re-looped them. You guys like re-looped them, so you picked out the loops that you liked, and then basically just kind of like reorganized it to
Yeah.
fit your flow a lot better, right?
Yeah. We did do that. We did. You know, I like to find certain parts of like somebody will send me a beat and maybe certain parts of it I wouldn't like more than some other parts in the beat. So I just leaned on the part that I really like in the beat, like, hey man, loop that up, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, that's breaks. Woo. And
Oh,
it always works in my favor. I don't think I
100%.
think I'm probably like out of 1,000 beats I did like that, probably one person didn't approve it. And he still had to like, all right, man, you know what I'm saying? You Vic Spencer. Yeah, that's how he looked at it. Like, man, you Vic Spencer, man.
I don't know
You know,
but
who am I?
after you guys did that with like a whole number of them, I mean, I have 100% confidence that you guys could remix it with no issues at all or re-loop everything, you know?
Yeah. I'm
I
actually
have no problem with artists doing that at all.
I'm actually in the studio with Doc and I Am God right now.
Oh
You know what I'm
shit.
saying?
Are you guys doing a
Yeah.
collab album?
No, we're in talks. We've been in talks about that for about a year and some change now, but
Okay.
we just working on each other's albums. He recently did something for one of my albums and I'm doing something for one of his albums right now. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? Wrote my bars, that's why I'm here. So I killed two birds in one stone. You know what I'm saying?
I actually don't know if you guys will be able to hear the song.
Oh wow.
You
But everybody
might
else
be
will.
able to.
We'll see.
You might be able to, but let's see. I've never done this through Zoom.
Well, I think they're going to be able to because of our microphones.
I mean, if you play it over your speakers, we're gonna hear it. Are you playing it right now?
No, no.
It's just loading.
Okay. I don't know why it wouldn't. I mean, if you play it through, like, if your audio card or whatever on your computer is just what you're getting your microphones through, then it should play right through that.
Yeah, I think it will. We just upgraded equipment, so it's very new. Everything.
Okay.
Can you hear this?
Smoke a lot of weed lately.
Yeah, I heard something. I can't hear nothing.
As I take my smoke break.
Damn, they can hear it. We can hear it, but you
Okay.
guys can't.
Yeah. Y'all good, enjoy. You just
Wow.
tell
Goofy
the
motherfuckers.
comment section to interact so we can know what they're saying.
You know
can
what
just
we
say
can
it
do?
to
Do
us.
you want to listen to it, or do you want us to wait till after and we can play it for the chat afterwards?
Up to y'all. This y'all game. You know what I'm saying? we
Yeah, I don't.
we just spectators. It's y'all game. How y'all do
I
it?
word, yeah. Just listen with us so the audience can hear because they want to hear it.
There
So
it
we
is.
gotta like go. Do I gotta open up the live stream on YouTube to hear it?
Yeah, that would work.
Okay, so I'll
Smoke a lot of weed lately.
I'm in the chop shop.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Tech savvy. I'm just gonna sit here and just
I'll
vibe
take my
just
smoke
throw it
break.
up and throw it up.
Wow. I love rapping about these goofy motherfuckers, man.
His beat is crazy.
Right?
I text you the link.
Oh, okay.
Shit do something to me, man. Yeah, when you got that.
What the
You gonna restart it?
here
Something
it is,
close.
fuck? I don't know what just happened.
Uh-oh. Oh shit, yeah.
We're still here.
There we go.
All right,
I'm glad this.
we gotta run that back.
Yeah.
Oh, did I just get pounded with an ad?
Smoke a lot of weed lately. Big ass event. As I take my smoke break.
Oh shit. Can you hear it now, Vic?
Slightly.
Wow. I love rapping about these goofy
Good enough.
motherfuckers, man. Big goofs. Shit, do something to me, man. Let me hear what you got there. Shock the nation, this is not a mistake, no. I'm urging rappers not to cross my property gates. I'm dead ass, baby, this real shit is not for the fake. It's for my OG niggas out here chopping on plates. The profit was great, I take space and lock it away. They tried to damage my career, but I'm Rambo on base. I'm channeling grace, I be the first to damage your face. Life is a game of spades, I'm slamming the ace. I got the game locked in the supreme duffel. Don C2's out here looking like strawberry cream truffle. Fresh. My outfit the color of ruffles. I got the ability to wear cross colors and
saying I have no
and still be fresher than you. Lesson to you is just kill shit. Empty ass town, watch me build shit. Look at the greatest spit and the latest sham. Fam hating me, the only difference is I ain't got time for the hating fam. I'm the opposite way from doing the dumb shit. I know handicapped rappers that trap claiming he run shit. The fuck out of here, motherfucker. I let the gun spit. Blessing in disguise, I pull up on my nun shit. I'm with a badass bitch outside, you don't wanna have lunch with. I'ma smack you faster than the drum kit. There go Vic Spencer standing out the function. My shoelace the same color of a pumpkin. Standing out. I'm on tomorrow's team, you just Halloween. Come around once a year, you might as well pop a bean. Old goof ass nigga, you gotta disappear. Switch the gear, I know my vision clear. Regal grip is still. I hate cyber wars, let's get them big. I got more in store, let's get them big. Rip microphone cords, let's get them big. The rap Chuck Norris, let's get them big. I hate cyber wars, let's get them big. I got more in store, let's get them big. Rip microphone cords, let's get them big. The rap Chuck Norris, let's get them big. You best believe I'm gonna get them, motherfucker. And I'm not gonna hesitate when I do it. Real crazy on this shit, man. Bucky,
Yo, that track's fucking crazy.
And that was fire.
That shit was fire.
That's what I'm talking
The
about.
drops you guys made, like how you guys sequenced that drop is crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
We did what?
That's how you do it, baby. That's how you do it.
Bro, that song was insane. And the chat loves it. The chat loves it. Shout out Coop Art 82DC.
Kubat.
Jamel Ryan. Yeah, dope as hell. Beeps in the chat. Love from the Providence Uber Eats car. Have you guys ever been to Massachusetts?
Tip your Uber drivers.
Yeah, I did some shows.
Oh, no, I
in
haven't been there.
Massachusetts
I haven't.
before. Yeah, definitely done shows.
You've done shows there?
I need to get there.
Yeah. Trying to think. What are the Ivy League universities? Is Harvard in Massachusetts?
Harvard, yeah.
We've done Harvard.
MIT.
No, not there. Harvard for sure. Some
What'd
other
you do at
college.
Harvard?
I don't know. I think I was DJing with a tour at the time.
Oh, was
Probably
was it Boston Calling?
Probably that too. It was probably both. It was all over the East Coast.
Who have you
You know.
DJ'd for?
Oh, a lot of different acts. Under a different pseudonym. Now I just play out infrequently at best. But I'm working on a project with this dude, AD from the Crest, that's some super old shit from the Midwest area.
Why are you saying that's some stupid old shit? Wait,
No,
why are you
it's
getting all
super-
bashful now?
No, super
why are you
simple.
getting all
What just
bashful
happened?
now? Yeah,
What
wait.
just happened?
I want to know who you
like
DJ'd for.
sold
I
yourself
want to
there
know who
like
you
what
used
happened?
to DJ for. This is a Bucky Luger interview.
I think he was trying to hide details
I
so
know.
carefully.
I know, but I ain't letting that
No,
happen.
it's just it was all under a different pseudonym. Now as Bucky Luger, I'm doing it with this guy AD from a group called the Crest. That's like local Midwest from Madison, Wisconsin. And so like you can find a bunch of that shit, a bunch of the videos we did last year and songs we did from some of his stuff on like my YouTube page. But his group, the Crest, we did shit way back in the day, and I went under a different pseudonym called Flip Fillmore. And so my DJ kind of name and producer name at that time for a long period, probably like 15 years, went as Flip Fillmore. So that from like 2000 up till maybe 2015. I mean, I'll still rap sometimes, and I'll still use Flip Fillmore for the pseudonym when I rap, but few and far between. It's just some Midwest shit.
Have you heard his raps, Vic?
No, we are absolutely looking this up.
Yeah,
after we're done with this, though, we are looking that name up and we're playing a couple songs. So any suggestions on your best songs as that name?
He told me over the weekend for the first time.
I mean, like we're working, man. You don't need it. You don't need none of that distraction.
Like, oh shit!
I'm trying to work.
Yeah.
That's it. It's fucking Bucky Luger rapping. Goddamn.
So the last rap I did though was like on this guy A Scratch from Minneapolis. He was like kind of this legendary like low key DJ. He had this crazy setup like where he could do he like crafted up this mobile rig where it had like it was kind of like a vest and it had a little turntable and a DJ and he could walk and scratch and play records all at the same time. That shit was crazy. But yeah, I did a 64 bar straight over one of his beats, but he passed away a few years ago. R.I.P. A Scratch. And he, you know, shit, I'd been doing shit up there, up north in like Eau Claire and like Menominee, La Crosse, which are probably places like the East Coast guys don't know, but Vic knows those places. I'm sure he's heard of those. And dude, just wild. We used to just do wild shows up there. We used to have a turntable night every Tuesday. This is like back in like 2004 or 5. We break out the vinyl, the actual vinyl, and we used to do these jazz sessions. Sorry, say that again.
What made you switch?
Switch to like just doing more production.
Yeah, to just being like Bucky Luger.
Man, you just can't. I don't know. You can't DJ all the time. It's just too much, man. Being out on the road and like being out doing shows, it's just a lot of work. Like I did a beat battle a couple weeks ago, and it was just like got home at like 3:30 in the morning. You know, I got kids. I can't be doing that. Shit, you guys are youngsters, or at least Sam's a youngster. I don't know how baked Baker, how old baked Baker.
I'm an old man, bro. I just turned 45.
There you go. Yeah, so he's in the same.
Yes, sir.
He's in the same camp. He's old and he's tired and he's like, "Fuck, I don't want to be out here." Maybe not, but that's just what I survived.
No, listen, I do events and stuff, and the next day it takes me a good day and a half to recover.
That's what I'm saying. If you got kids, they're just running you ragged anyways.
I got 3.
Vic, do you go out? Do you go out, or are you staying in, going to bed early?
Yeah, I don't go to bed early.
Tell him, Vic.
I'll pop out whenever I need be, but I definitely don't go to bed early. If I'm in the crib, I'll be at the crib, but I'll be up. You know what I'm saying? Like I just had an all-nighter for some random reason the other day. Like, you know what I'm saying? I went to sleep at like maybe 11:30, woke back up at 1 a.m. and stayed up for the remaining of the day, and then still didn't go to sleep. I went to sleep on my wife last night. She was like, "You went to sleep on me." It was like, baby, it still was like at midnight. So I still stayed up long as hell. But
I make something that can make that no longer a problem.
Yeah, like, man.
What do you guys do when you stay up late? When you can't sleep, what are you guys watching? Like, what are you guys doing?
John Carpenter film.
I was watching Shameless.
Okay.
What are your top John Carpenter films?
Mine?
Yeah.
The Thing. I'd say actually They Live is probably number 1. The Thing is going to be number 2. That might be tied. Big Trouble in Little China is a classic.
You ever seen those, Vic?
The Thing, yeah, I ain't see the other ones.
Have you?
They Live is
Big Trouble in Little China and The Thing.
I like The Thing. I
might have seen them.
That.
I might have to look at them. And be like,
I might have seen the other one, but it just it's
Vic
not ringing a bell
Owl.
at the moment.
Vic and Night Owl.
Yeah, for real. I can be a night owl. Yeah. I was up watching Shameless, bro. Like some of the episodes that I never saw before. Shit, like, oh shit, this happened. Damn, I ain't know. Damn, damn, damn. You know,
Thanks to self-imploding over there.
this is from Chicago, Chicago shit. So
That's
it's
some
like, you
type
know what
shit.
I'm saying?
That's some type
Yeah.
shit for sure. Definitely.
Getting
By
high,
far-
listening to beats.
I
Type
smoke
shit.
too much weed to stay up late.
I
like
just
straight
get
up.
high and I want to stay up. I buy video games and then I get too high to play the video games.
Totally.
I turned on my game. Like I got the Mortal Kombat and I got all the characters. I just turned on the game, updated the game, and never played the game. I just did
Who's
that.
your
I turned the
character?
game
Who do you
on.
fight as? Who do you fight as?
Cyrax.
I like. No, I don't, Cyrex. They got the girl on there, but I've been going. My go-to has been the T1000 and the
Sick.
Oh yeah. I like
Smoke?
when they have like
and
Michael
Smoke.
Myers
I like
and
Smoke
shit.
too.
Smoke's pretty epic.
Yeah, I like Smoke on this new one. Yeah, and I just turned it on and didn't even play it. Like, dang, I updated the game, and it's been a minute since I even turned on the game, and then I still didn't play it. Like, what's wrong with me? You know what I'm saying? So I definitely did that before, but I be
They
so caught
said-
up. I feel like the phone distracted me.
Shout out Falcom. They said, ask Vic he's seen the original Shameless from the UK.
No, I haven't, man. I need to. Yeah, thanks for the bookmark. I'm definitely gonna check that out. Since I've been in my shameless, since I've been in my shameless bag, might as well. Yeah, for real. You just put me on, for real.
Is there anyone on
everything's-
Interstate Potluck? Any features?
38 Special and Flea Lord and GQ the teacher.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
GQ the teacher.
shout out GQ the teacher.
Permanent.
Yeah, we got a video for that one too.
Yeah,
Fire.
we do.
That's,
Yeah.
You got a
that's
bunch
fire.
of stuff to
Those
roll
are some
out. You
crazy
should definitely play
features.
that Room of June video though. That shit might be tight to see.
I will. And I like that you got the they
Yeah,
live
Bucky
glasses
excited
on.
about that. Yes.
Bucky got the
I don't know.
they
I've never
live-
shot one before. What do I know?
That was your first video ever?
I was the first one like shooting it from the front to the back and then like taking the clips and editing the whole thing. Yes. I've worked on a
That
lot of
sounded
videos.
crazy. I know it wasn't supposed to.
I was wondering if he was gonna bust out singing that song from the front.
Yeah, I just never done it before.
Sam
Yeah.
might be high.
Yeah, we've been smoking fucking 4-gram joints back to back.
Yeah, I think we
dude,
smoked
those
like
are-
at least four by now.
Bro, those are some brat joints. Just
Since
fucking sausage
crazy.
joints.
Since like 11:30.
Yeah, since 11:30.
Oh, y'all been going crazy.
Yeah, you guys are gonna
Yeah.
smoke yourself out of being high. Yeah, take it.
It happens,
Yeah.
and then you just get high again.
Then you take edibles. That's when you take the
That was-
edibles.
That's the
Oh,
most
yeah,
stoned comment I've heard in a while. Then I'll just
Bro,
smoke again.
he
I'll
did
get
a
high
weed
again.
event where people watched me take 3,000 milligrams of edibles.
Oof, bro.
Oh yeah.
How
They
long
like
did
they.
you stay
been on the live
online
stream.
after that?
I've been
the
on
real
live
question.
stream, dozed off, boy, like one of these.
Well, no,
Hell
there
yeah,
were
you
people
probably
there
did.
eating it with him too.
People were like trying to
Hey,
challenge me
Music playing
to
and
it.
shit up. you know,
They
like
dropped like
this.
flies and started leaving.
I ate so much Chinese food and I was high for 2 days straight.
Awesome, really?
Crazy.
That's fucking awesome.
Crazy.
I was
I'm nibbling
was
on
it
this
worth
little-
it, baked bacon?
Yeah, thanks.
On this weed gummy I got at the
Shout out
crib, man.
Bacon's
Numbing
Choice.
it's been lasting me for like 2 weeks, man. But every bite, boy, I be feeling like
Uh-oh,
I'm the
who's in the background?
highest.
Who's that?
That's Doc.
Who
What up,
that?
Doc? Come back. Come
Who
back,
that?
Doc. Doc, come back. Make him come back. Oh, is he working?
He
He's
ran
working.
away. He sprinted away.
He's like, nope.
Yeah, there's a reason why they don't invite me to the studio.
Yeah, Doc stepped
Because you
out.
got
and
your guns out.
Yeah, dude, it's summer. Fucking guns gotta
bang,
be.
bang, bang. Get the guns out. These.
Gonna go back to shoveling
Yo.
rock into the giant landscape project my wife has going out front when we're done.
Oh wow, that sounds fun. But,
Yeah. It'd be great.
but what?
9
The
tons
album
of rock.
comes out June 1st,
June 1st.
And that's crazy
going
that it
down.
has. Yeah, the feature 38 Special Flea Lord GQ the teacher, crazy features. I can't wait to listen to it. I can't wait for people to hear it. Thank you guys so much for doing this.
Hell yeah! Thanks for having us on.
Yes, we
Yeah.
appreciate you, bros, man. Hey, man, don't forget to send that pack, Baker. Like, hey,
Oh,
hey, I be getting high.
me and Sam will talk. Just
I'll get him your Instagram.
hit me up.
I'm
I got
gonna
you.
get high.
You know a
and
guy
I
now.
ain't gonna go to sleep. Yeah, I ain't gonna go to sleep while I'm getting high because I'm gonna be feeling like I wasted the high. I'm gonna be trying to find any and everything to do. Oh, I'm high. I'm trying to find some
No,
shit to do.
I get that, but that's what I mean. I feel like there's a time of day to get high.
And it's more.
Yeah,
And then
for
like,
sure.
if I'm smoking at night, I'm smoking so heavy that I want to be asleep on the couch watching a movie.
Yeah.
No, I like to make.
Like, I
beats
smoke
Are you a
hat.
smoker?
Have you
Bucky?
guys ever smoked a hash hole?
I'll roll up. I'll roll up joints a lot. I just like I'm in the house and I don't really like to smoke in the house, so I go in the garage.
Do you guys know what a hash hole is?
I think I smoked one of those, yeah.
So it's 1 gram of hash rosin in the middle of a joint. And when you burn it, it looks like a donut.
Donut, yeah, I did that before. Yeah.
Like that's what I like to
Yeah.
smoke at
That's-
night.
yeah.
I mean, we usually do the lives, and we'll smoke a couple of those while doing the live. But this is just really early. We've never started
Yeah,
this
this is the
early, like
earliest
ever.
live
Oh, sorry. sorry.
No,
Sorry
not
to get
'cause
you
of
guys
No,
off the
no,
couch.
that had
we
nothing to
started
do with
at
it.
11 a.m.
Yeah.
I'm going to see a comedian tonight with my girl, so that's why I had.
It's
That's like,
Memorial
that's like
Day
10
weekend.
hours
Traffic
from
gonna
now,
be
though.
crazy.
Yeah. But no, I really, bro,
Yes, sir.
I'm a big fan of both of y'all. I can't wait for people to hear the project. Thank you guys so much, for real.
Yeah, appreciate you guys having us on. Dope. You guys are staying
Yes,
up
sir.
live now?
Yeah, we're gonna stay on live for probably like
Yeah, we got-
another 45 minutes or so.
Yeah, we got some music to tap into,
yeah,
listen
people sent
to.
in some music, so we're gonna go listen to some people's
Somebody,
music.
somebody's gonna win their own Baked Bacon prize pack.
Best song
Sick.
wins a prize. pack from Big Baker.
Y'all gonna win the same pack I'm gonna get. Y'all, yeah. Y'all better make sure y'all got some heat.
You know the vibe.
You already know.
Word.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go shovel some
Appreciate
rock.
you guys.
I might listen in. I might listen in to hear what you guys are
Absolutely,
playing.
tap in.
Yeah, tap in.
but I
have
gotta go
fun.
shovel some more rock.
Hey,
I'm going to go lay this verse down.
You do
and
that.
get high.
oh
We
God! We
sound
lose
way
power
cooler
to the
than mine.
fucking speaker. I got
Peace,
it the wall
guys.
somewhere.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Hey,